Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Kel-Sei's Way TV and I am Kel-Sei. I am here with another K-Talk. This K-Talk is real impromptu. As you can see, we are in the car just big chilling. I've been in this car for like 30 minutes and I don't have any desire to get out of it right now. So we're going to make it do what it do. I'm going to give y'all this real quick impromptu K-Talk. I ain't playing nothing. I'm talking about I literally just had a conversation about this. We didn't even finish the conversation yet. And I wanted to make this video. What are we talking about today, y'all? I always talk about like personality traits and like things of that nature. I'm trying to venture off into a few different realms. Today, we're going to kind of slide into relationships. Let me preface this by saying, I am an amateur. Your girl don't know much about relationships in the girlfriend-boyfriend tense. Now you want to go off while I'm in the middle of filming. Anyway, like I said, I can't say that I've ever been there. However, I observe a lot of relationships, and then I also have a lot of relationships, friend relationships, family relationships, work relationships, school relationships, and just things like that in general. So I do kind of want to start venturing off into those topics. And with that being said, today I want to talk about seasonal people who come in your life for a reason. I want to call them reasonable because it rhymes. So seasonal people, reasonable people, and those who last a lifetime, and how to tell the difference between all of those people and how to get the most out of them. And when I say the most, I don't mean using them. I mean utilizing the circumstances as a learning opportunity, because a lot of times we want to get confused of who's supposed to be around and how long they're supposed to be around. And then if and when that relationship, that friendship, that situationship ends, a lot of times we find the negative out of the situation, which sometimes it could be on a bad note, but other times it could also be, you got your lesson, move on sis, move on bro, move on niece. That's it and that's all. So let's start with seasonal people. And what I think of as a seasonal person, it's just that. It's somebody who don't last forever. Somebody who, they come, they run their course, and you go on about your life. This can be an aspect of a boyfriend, girlfriend. This could be an aspect of a friend. You got some seasonal family members. Let me tell you, I got seasonal family members. Weddings, funerals, Easter, Christmas, and that's about it. That's when I see you. That's it and that's all. I hope you're doing well, cuz. But stay over there because you're seasonal. And again, I'm not saying that in a bad context, but I'm just trying to paint this picture for you. So those seasonal people, they come and they go. And sometimes they can be disguised as a lifetime person. The difference between that seasonal person and that lifetime person is the picture that you create, the image you decide to view them in, the realm that you hold them in, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is this seasonal person, they come dressed up in the fanciest of clothing. They got the biggest ribbon on the top. They just look so shiny and bright, and they very well may have been in the beginning, but them dressings start to come off. Them clothes start to come off. You done undid that bow and put it back on 2, 3, 4, 5 times, because now they're trying to show their true colors. Not even trying, they are showing their true colors, but these eyeballs and this brain and this heart, they conflicted because you've already got this picture that they started with, and it was just the biggest gift in the world. Everything that glitters, you thought was gold at first. You thought it was just great. And it's hard, once you see that, it's hard to unsee it. It's hard to kind of step back and take it for what it is. And again, I'm an optimistic person. I done said this in so many videos. I'm so optimistic. I am all about perspective. I'm all about growth and potential. So I'm going to see your potential way before you see it. And I'm going to put those expectations of your potential on you before you even realize that you can jump high enough to reach them on a consistent basis. And that's a downfall for me because you showing me who you are. You showing me your skin. I'm seeing all of this, but this sweatshirt still look nice to me. So I'm going to keep you around for maybe even a little longer than necessary because I want you to be this. I want you to put your jersey on when really you've been on the skins team the whole time. And I know my metaphors and how I explain things can kind of lose people, but basically what I'm saying is you still seeing that shiny box, but they done came up out that box and they just in cardboard right now. Ain't no drawings, they ain't got no markers, no graffiti, no nothing. This is them. And it's so hard sometimes to see people for who they really are. And that's just your seasonal person. No matter how terms ended, no matter how they box look now, it ain't shiny. Everything that glitters, you now know is not gold. That's just the seasonal person. That's who they were from the beginning. You just never saw it or they never showed it. And it just took you a minute to come to your senses. And a lot of times, once that season is over, it's winter now. It ain't fall time no more. It's winter. A lot of times we try to sit back and think, oh, well, what went wrong? Such and such did this, such and such did that, such and such. Or maybe I did this, maybe I did that. And we nitpicking on, I should never gave them the time of day. They didn't deserve my time and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That may very well be true. But that was just a seasonal card. It's just like having a deck of cards. Like a deck of cards you would play spades with, the number cards that come with the faces and then occasional spades. You have your number cards, you have your face cards, and you have your spades. These are your lifetime people. These are your reasonable people, the faces. Number cards are your seasonal people. You're going to go through so many number cards before you ever get a face. And you're going to go through a few face cards before you ever get a spade. Don't confuse this seasonal person with this spade. Because a lot of times we'll push our spade away before we push this number card away because we're seeing something that's not there. That seasonal person was there for a little time. You get what you're going to get out of that time and you move on. Then you go to your reasonable person. This reasonable person is going to last a lot longer than a season, but they might not be there for a lifetime. This is going to be that one buddy that you just knew you was going to rock with forever. You knew they was going to be your dog. You knew that this is my TTG. This is my train to go. This is my rider. I can call you for anything. This reasonable person is going to teach you a lot. You have to be willing to learn from them. You have to be willing to grow with them and maybe even eventually grow apart. But this reasonable person was placed in your life at the time that they were placed in your life for a purpose. Because they needed to teach you. They were sent here to teach you. They were sent here to grow you. Cherish it. Cherish it. Those people are going to be around way longer than a season, but they might not last a lifetime. And sometimes they don't last a lifetime because we confuse the two. The seasonal person, we let them get away with murder. And you putting up with them so much that this reasonable person, you don't have the time nor energy to put up with them. And sometimes it's not even putting up with them because they are more beneficial than that seasonal person. But again, this one was glittering at first. This one just a regular old person that happens to look out for you or happens to be a better fit for you, even if it's not a lifetime. And with that reasonable person, we tend to overlook them. We tend to underappreciate them. We tend to, they're just blah. That's just like in middle school, high school, when there was the boy that you wanted and then the boy who wanted you. Them your reasonable people. It's just like, you cool, I mess with you, but I want him over here. He tall, he chocolate, he got good teeth, he got good hair, he on the basketball team, he everything that I ever thought I wanted. Which I don't know nothing about nothing, because his attitude stank. He don't wash his butt, and he just look good on the outside. Like, everything about him on the inside is just trash. And this reasonable person, he handsome. He, medium build, medium height. He do good for himself. His personality rocking. But I ain't looking for that just right now. And that's really how reasonable people get treated. Like, the reasonable people, I know it ain't a word. Don't come telling me that ain't no word. I told you already that it ain't a word. But them people, we overshadow, and we need them. Those are the people we need, and that's how sometimes they don't make it to a lifetime, because they're underappreciated, and eventually you done became seasonal to them, and now you got to go because you done messed up. And sometimes you just grow apart, and that's just what it is. And again, when that split happens, because they're not lifetime yet, they can upgrade to lifetime, but when that split happens, that was my buddy, we were supposed to ride together, we were supposed to do this together, that was supposed to be my dog for life, and you didn't forgot everything they taught you, you didn't forgot everything that you got out of that experience, that relationship, that situationship, you didn't forgot all about that because of the split. And to me, that's the worst thing you can do. Because they were put in your life for a reason, to grow you, to help teach you, to build into you, to view the flower. They was the water, the soil, and the sunshine in your life. And you have to learn how to put that in perspective and remove you from the situation whenever you split between people. Because a lot of times we try to personalize things, we try to internalize things, and when we do that, we either go the route of, what did I do? How can I fix this? When sometimes it ain't meant to be fixed. The reason, you got that already. You just have to be able to sit back and look and see what that reason was. The season, you got to experience that already. It's gone. Let it go. And I'm not saying you can't be friends with these seasonal people no more. You can't be friends with these regional people no more. But y'all not going to rock how y'all did during that season or during that duration where you needed the reason. It's not going to be the same. You ain't got to be mean to them. No hard feelings. Get what you got out of that and go on about your life. And then once you get to this spade, this lifetime, you need to treat them with the utmost respect. You treat everybody with respect. But this lifetime person ain't everybody. They a dime a dozen. You're not going to come across too many lifetime people. And when you waste your energy on trying to construct and repurpose the seasonal purpose, not appreciating the reasonable person, and then trying to give your energy to this lifetime person, you're dead. Your battery is gone, it's dead. And sometimes you can corrupt that lifetime person. Now, being that they're lifetime, they gonna be there for you regardless. They gonna be there for you when the wheels fall off. They gonna be there for you when the house blow down. They gonna be there for you when your life is in shambles. But the way that they're there for you can be affected by how you treat them and how you go about that seasonal relationship. And I don't care if that relationship is wife and husband. I don't care if that relationship is mom and dad. I don't care if that relationship is just friends. I strongly believe that I done found some lifetime friends. But in the midst of me finding some lifetime friends, I can honestly say that I kind of pushed them off for a seasonal person. I kind of pushed them off for a reasonable person because they were shiny and new. This old timer, they done been around for some years now. I don't foresee them going anywhere. In fact, if they indeed are a spade, they're not going nowhere. But the way that I treat them, being that they're willing to ride with me through whatever, should be with the utmost respect, with the utmost care. And I should be able to reciprocate that lifetime relationship with them. And a lot of times, a lifetime person and a reasonable person can be the best of buds. This lifetime person know they're not going nowhere. The reasonable person ain't got there yet. And it weighs a lot on this lifetime person because you carrying the team. But if you go and hop over because you recognize that they here to stay, y'all can both be lifetime and carry the weight together. You can do it together, and you're not just pushing it off on that one person. You're not soiling it for them. Because remember, just because they lifetime for you don't mean that they not seasonal and reasonable for the next person. And being that they are a seasonal, reasonable person for the next person, you taking their energy, you clouding their vision because they got other seasonals and reasonals in their life, and they can't see crystal clear because they too busy cleaning up behind you. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Don't take all them burdens from all them other relationships that didn't work out, all them other situationships, them friendships, them work life relationships. Don't carry that into that lifetime person's life. They don't need that. You clouding their vision. And that's vice versa. If you the lifetime person for somebody and you ain't going nowhere and they just keep bringing you stuff, you're going to be like, I love them. I really, 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 really do. But they tiring me, they draining me, and they clouding your vision. They diluting your vision. And I'm saying all this to say that there are three types of people in this world. And they're all there for a reason, but their lifespan is very different. So it's important to know the difference between the three. And it's important to appreciate who they are in life. They're never going to change. When you flipped over that card, they were either a number, a face, or a spade. That's it and that's all. You can't draw over it. You can't rewrite it. You can't wash it. Those were the cards you were dealt. You determine how long you keep those cards in your hand, and you determine how you move on from that. Because let's say you had a number card. It did what it was supposed to do. You thought you had some books, and you can either throw that card out and pick up another one, or you can hold on to it because you think it ain't going to get no better. And that's another problem with seasonal people. You going to go through so many seasonal people that sometimes you get to the seasonal number 1,000. And you're like, you know what? I keep just discarding these cards. It's not getting no better. And it's one of three options in that deck next. You either going to pick up another number card, you're going to pick up another face card, or you're going to pick up another spade. But you have to choose, and you have to know when it's time to toss it. Are you going to hold on to this one because, you know, this a number 9. It don't get no higher than this in the numbers. Or do it? Do it got a number 10 card, or is the Joker the 10? I think the Joker is a 10. So this is number 9. You know, they ain't quite reasonable yet. They ain't the worst seasonal person. So I'm going to keep them around for companionship because I'm not sure that I'm going to get that Joker, that Queen, or that King just yet. So I'm going to hold on to this. The next person in the rotation, go on in, toss that card, pull it up, it's a face card. Damn! I done missed out. Okay, well, they got that one face card. It's probably going to be 17 numbers after this. So I'm going to hold on some more. Go around again. That person pull it again. They got the spade. What the hell? I've been holding on to this card for so long because I think it can't get no better for me. All of them faces and spades could be stacked up like this. But you ain't flipped that card. Remember, it's so many more numbers out there. You reshuffling the deck. You can throw that seasonal card out. Throw that number card out. It's going to be another one. You going to get another one for sure. But the longer you wait and the more other people pulling out the stack, there go them reasonable and them lifetime buddies that you missing out on. So dispose of that card. How long are you going to keep this same deck? And then when you got a good deck, how do you use it? Do you hold on to it to the end because you want to load them up and hit them, bam, 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 skip you, reverse back to me, draw 4, draw 2, uno out? You want to load them up like that? And now you got 15 cards, though. So you got to hope you get the right color and you can line it up perfectly and don't nobody call you on your BS when it don't make sense. Or do I go ahead and toss these number cards out, you know, and just play the game? Just play the game, and not you're doing too much strategizing over here. Cause now Jimmy John got 2 cards. He about to be out, but you holding on cause you trying to load them up. You just want this deck. And remember, them face cards, them skips, yeah, they look nice, but they still reasonable. They not gonna last forever. Last a long time, but not forever. So you holding on to them. Jimmy done uno'd out already because he played his card right. So play your cards right. Take them for what they are. That 6 ain't never going to be a king. That king ain't going to never be a spade. But you have to recognize that that's just who they are. It has 0 to do with you and everything to do with them. Now, am I saying that you can go around being a number card and expecting these kings, queens, and what that J one is again? It ain't a joker. Whatever. You expecting them to stay around for life? Nah. Them will forever remain reasonable people. And they gonna find any given reason to walk on up out your life because you just seasonal to them. So don't walk around being that number card. You got to try to be a face or be a spade to somebody. But don't hold on to them because you think it don't get no better. Don't hold on to this hand because that's just the cards you were dealt. And now, if I keep rearranging them, I can play them better. They still the same cards, no matter how you shuffle it. Some of them you got to dispose of. But that get out of jail free card, or that skip all the boards and go back to go and collect $200, you hold on to that one because that one is precious. That one means something. These other ones don't mean nothing. They don't hold the same value. So know your cards, play them well, and know when to get rid of some of them. Because the deck is always going to be the same number. Unless you lose a couple cards. But the deck going to always have however many cards that it came with. And you just got to know how to play it. So yes, I definitely hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, comment down below what you want to see next. I'm talking about anything. Anything. If I don't know about it, I'm going to research it first. And I'm going to be like, Google said, this is what I think. Tell me what you think. And then we can make a follow-up video once I'm more versed in that topic. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It's like 25 minutes long now. I'm sorry. Have a good day. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, quick intermission. I done came in the house. I done rewatched the video. And I wanted to reiterate something and kind of clarify what I meant. In the video, I said that reasonable people can sometimes become lifetime people. And then later down the line, I turned around and said that you have your number card, your face card, and your ace. They always gonna be a number card. They always gonna be a face, and they always gonna be a ace or a spade. Whatever I said, I forgot. But that can't quite make sense if reasonable people can become lifetime people. What I meant by they're always going to be that card is you can't change them. They have to want to change into transitioning from seasonal to regional and then regional to lifetime. There's a possibility, but it don't got nothing to do with you. No matter what you do, you can't mold it and shape it into how you want it. Because if you could, we wouldn't be talking about this. Everybody would be lifetime, and we would have been chopped and screwed all these people into who we wanted them to be. But if you think about it, if I'm chopping and screwing Billy Bob on this end, somebody else chopping and screwing Billy Bob, if it was really meant to work like that, it still would never work, because too many people working on one project and not communicating, and you're never going to see eye to eye. So they are who they are until they decide that they want to be something different. That's what I meant by it's not going to change. It's not going to change because you pushing and prodding and pulling and screaming and begging and pleading. That's not going to happen. They have to want to become lifetime. They have to want to see the value in being lifetime. Because if being seasonal is working for them because you hold on to the card so tight you don't want to let it go, why be a better person? Why do more and put in more effort and actually really care if I don't have to? That's just like, I got the cow and the milk too. I'm having my cake and I'm eating it too. I ain't got to do that. Work smarter, not harder. So that's what I mean by they're not going to change. And then I think I said one other thing in there that kind of didn't make sense. I kept on calling the J card a joker. It's a Jack. It's not a Joker. I didn't mean that. You know my heart. You know what I meant. I just wanted to clarify those really quickly. And I really, really, really need you guys to watch my videos all the way through, because when I do edit and when I do find mistakes, I will definitely leave a better, well-written and well-thought-about description in the description box, just because these are like free-flowing thoughts. So sometimes I might not always make sense, and I'm going to keep them as is because that's a part of my growth. I do have to catch myself tripping sometimes. So watch it all the way through, because you never know when you're going to get a video like this with me sitting on the couch after I didn't listen to the video again to correct myself. Because I'm not perfect. I will mess up sometimes. And that one, once I played it back, I'm like, what you saying? So they could change, they could upgrade, or they can't. Let me know. Okay. Really, really quickly, I just remembered the last thing that I wanted to touch on that I forgot about. There are 3 types of people in this world. You will have the pleasure of playing each and every one of them. You cannot be lifetime for everybody. You cannot be reasonable for everybody. But you can darn sure be seasonal for a lot of people. It's just that way. Some people, you gonna go in their life and you gonna hang around and have fun for a while, and then you just gonna disappear. It's just how the cards are gonna be dealt in their case. Some people, you gonna go in their lifetime and you gonna be the unappreciated one. You gonna be the one that lasts longer than a season, but not a lifetime. And you were just there for a reason. You gonna help grow them, and a lot of times they won't see that growth until you out the door. And then you are going to have the pleasure of playing the lifetime person for some people. Those people are going to be your dogs. You're going to ride with them from life. But the difference between how you ride for them, you riding for their best interest, not for the sake of, I'm being loyal and I'm doing what they want me to do. So if it don't sound good and the plan ain't too good, you ain't going for it. You're going to be like, yeah, you're an idiot. Do that by yourself. I'll be back to pick you up when you fall and put the pieces together and show you the bigger picture that I saw from jump. That's my role. I'll be here for that, and I'll be happy to play this movie back and show you how you can move differently later in life. And then when the times is good and they mean for something, you're going to be right there, side by side, every step of the way. And it's going to be the rare times where you don't see the bigger picture and you're not too sure about it, but you don't got enough time to ask questions, so you just riding because that's your dog. But once you see the bigger picture and you done, if they wrong, you going to tell them you was wrong. It's 2 left shoes, and you better not ever put me in that situation again. So you will have the pleasure of being a lifetime person for somebody, but not everybody. Everybody's not deserving, and you will recognize when you got to be seasonal, or I don't think you ever have to be seasonal, but you're going to recognize when you were the seasonal person, and then when you have to be reasonable because this person is just not good for you to be lasting a lifetime. They're not deserving of your lifetime. And then some people, you just going to get that lifetime value off top just because that's how the cards are aligned, that's how the stars are aligned, and that person is just extra special. And they might even be a reasonable person in your life, but every time they absolutely need you, you gonna be there because that was your role. That's the position that you're playing, and you're gonna play it very, very well. So recognize that. Don't be out here trying to be lifetime to everybody, because it's just not gonna work that way. It's not worth your time, and you are just not capable of that, because that will require way too much energy, and you still got to deal with trying to figure out who's seasonal and reasonable and lifetime in your life. So it's just too much. Don't even hold yourself to that standard, because it's just not possible in my opinion. I forgot to hit on that, and I just wanted to make that crystal clear. When you thinking about who you are in that person's life, and sometimes you need to recognize your role and play it well, because sometimes you're supposed to be the seasonal person, and you're going to try to play the lifetime person because you came in with your suit and tie on, trying to disguise yourself as the lifetime person, and then after a while, give it up. Put your wife beater on and your basketball shorts and go and walk on out your life, because you was really just seasonal. That was it, and that's all. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Time's up. It's fall now. Summer is over. Get your winter coats out. But yeah, I'm not going to get too much further into that because this video is getting extra long. But I did miss that point, and I wanted to come back and hit that real quick.